Forest bathing was a term that was coined by the Japanese government in 1982. And the Japanese government was seeing a lot of health issues happening in their populations, and they had this intuitive thought that their populations weren't spending enough time out in nature.
And we don't have to go far to get outside. With intentional forest bathing, you can also do some good for your mind and body along the way.
So we have found, since a lot of research has been done, and we have found so much amazing evidence on what this does for our bodies. And I'll mention a couple of the amazing things. Some of them are pretty obvious to me, like it reduces heart rate, reduces blood pressure, but we did find noticeable decreases in cortisol levels in our body, and cortisol levels are a stress hormone.
We're under the Ponderosa Pines and along Tumalo Creek on a warm spring day.
I'm going to guide you through an experience today, and it's going to start with creating that presence in the forest. So I'm going to start with a forest immersion meditation. It's a sensory-based practice, and then I'm going to guide you by offering invitations, and you'll follow the invitations in whatever way feels right for you. I need to be clear, there's no right or wrong way to do this, right? It's whatever feels right for you.
Our session starts with a land acknowledgement, understanding that Indigenous peoples have used this area for many purposes long before we take our walk today. You'll learn a bit of history for the place you're exploring.
Really, the big thing is slowing down. Slowing down. A lot of times we tend to move really quickly in our modern lives, and even when we're out in nature, a lot of people will hike through, walk through, ski through, bike through, and we don't take a lot of time to slow down and connect with nature. So this is about slowing down and cultivating intentional connection, deepening our relationships with nature.
As you make your way down the trail, you're leaving the busyness of the human world behind and entering a sacred space.
Just start to kind of relax your body. Hands can be on lap or off to the sides, and gently close your eyes or keep a soft gaze in your eyes if that's comfortable for you, Emily.
We take a moment to sit down and close our eyes to notice what's around us, taking deep breaths and being in the present. We feel the textures underneath us. We smell the pine needles, using multiple senses to come to a place of peace. Next, we gather for objects and items to connect us with nature.
So I invite you to place your beings on the grounds below, just picking one being to share in our circle. So touch, scent, taste if that feels right for you. Should I pick a nicer one?
The practice is all about exploring the outdoor space.
Bathing, that term, we're actually talking about bathing in this class of chemical compounds that plants release, and that class is called phytoncides, and we think that that's the link physiologically to our bodies, which makes sense because we evolved outdoors. We've only recently been inside.
It's an activity that requires minimal gear and showing up as you are.
And then it culminates with a tea ceremony, which is really lovely. We share tea together. The tea can be harvested from local areas and wildlands, or sometimes I like to use tea that was grown locally by different growers out here.
Your practice is intended to leave you feeling more present, a little more relaxed, and more connected.
As a guide, one of the things I guide a lot of people here at Shovelin Park who run Shovelin or are in Shovelin Park walking often, and one of the things I hear is, I almost felt like I didn't know where I was, even though I run this trail multiple times a week, or I'm here all the time. They report that they see it through a different lens when they slow down and practice that connection.
You can try forest bathing for yourself or through a guided session with roaming yoga in Bend or online.